What's up, guys? We just came off a crazy win against Georgia Tech, 42-36 in overtime in Georgia Tech too. I really think we learned a lot from this game. I think our young guys learned to finish, what finishing a game off means. I think we gain a lot of confidence going into close games, knowing we have the possibility and the ability to pull out a W in those games and not get frustrated. That saying, next week is NC State at home. A lot of the TTC members are picking us to definitely whoop their ass, so to speak, on Saturday, but I do think we will win this game. I don't know if we're going to beat the hell out of them. I do agree their schedule is so weak. Tennessee was ranked in the top 25. I think they got beat last week and they're out of it. They got beat by Florida, so yeah, they're out of the top 25 now. But they're not bad. They're definitely, everyone expects them to be better, but I do think they might end up in the top 25 at the end of the year. That being said, the rest of their schedule is shit. They barely beat Connecticut. They beat Citadel by only like 20 points. It was like, and then they played South Alabama and beat them by like 20 points. At least we play other worthy opponents. The only opponent we've played that we really expected no contest from was Bethune-Cookman, which we only won by 28, but we got experience for our young guys. We're definitely more talented than NC State, no doubt in my mind. I'm just worried about execution right now. I just want to see progress, and it's really getting me excited because I'm excited to see next year Denzel with Eddie Johnson, and if we do get him to commit, Matthew Thomas. What a linebacking corps that would be as starters. And then for backups, you got Raphael Kirby, who's probable this week, might make his UM debut. You've got Jimmy Gaines, or he might be a senior, but I think he's a junior. You got Gianni Paul, you got Tyrone Cornelius, you got Thurston Amberster, you got so many talented young guys that I think can excel. You got Gabe Terry too, I forgot about him. You got Jawan Blue, an inside linebacker. I think we will have a deep linebacking corps next year if we get Matthew Thomas, man. That would be amazing. But I'm just excited for Eddie Johnson and Perryman. I feel like Eddie Johnson's Perryman 2.0. It's like the same thing that happened last year. Tracy Howard did not play a single snap on defense last week. He did play on special teams. I think he did pretty good on special teams, but I do expect him back against a traditional offense in NC State. My only really disappointment in this defense is Tracy Howard right now. Like, we all expected him to be the next great corner. It's only his freshman year. We've only played 4 games, but I did expect him to have more of an impact. I expect him to have like the same impact Duke Johnson's having on the offense, but he doesn't even. He's basically our 3rd string corner at this point. Like, he's ridiculous. And then Ladarius Gunter's not even like he's not even a co-backup. He's a 3rd stringer now. It's really pathetic how everyone thought he might be a starter. I even thought it, and then he turns out to be a 3rd string cornerback. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad 3rd string. He definitely gives us depth, but I expected a lot more out of him. AJ Highsmith gave a lot of praise to the defense this week after the win, saying they put the game behind them, they're back to business, and we know what can happen when you celebrate the win too long. You've seen it a lot under Randy Shannon. That's why I really like Al Golden. He gets us focused. I do expect us to win this game. My final prediction is going to be like 31-17, maybe 31-14, somewhere around there. I do expect our defense to show a lot of improvement because Raphael Kirby is probable this week. I do think he's a big difference maker. I just want to see how he's playing as a freshman. I think he's got a lot of upside. I'm excited about him. I want to see how Tracy Howard does, seriously. That's like the only freshman I'm really upset with right now. Deion Bush is looking great. I think he matured a lot last week. AJ Highsmith matured a lot. He's definitely coming into his own as a starter now. I think Stephen Morris has really got a good head on his shoulders. I think he'll learn from the overthrows that he had last week, one for an interception. But the main thing I want to see out of our defense now is just getting multiple stops at a time, not just when we need them. And then the next step after that is to start getting takeaways. But I think the first step would be to make our defense a lot stronger, so when we go for those takeaways, we can back it up with strong defense on the back part. So that's the defense. Offensively, Mike James, I think, will really start to show up. I think Duke Johnson might have a big game against them. Denzel Perryman is out, and then Curtis Porter was actually questionable, I think. So I'm excited to see when he's going to be back. I want to see how he affects our D-line. Everyone thinks he's the whole reason this D-line will come together by the end of the year. I don't know about that. I don't think he's that good. I do think he is a lot better. Not a lot better, but I do think he's up there with the defensive linemen that are playing now. He's probably better than them. I just don't think he's as good as everyone's saying. So I don't really know what to say. Wide receivers, I expect Philip Dorsett to have a monster year now, just after seeing Georgia Tech. God, is he electrifying. I just want to see more of the tight ends. We wanted to give them 50 combined catches this year. They're only on pace to get 33. I think we got less than that last year, but I would still like to see the tight ends involved more. But other than that, we got nothing much else to say. Like, comment, subscribe. Once again, it's all about this U. We don't give a fuck except for this U. Let's go Canes.